Braincake is a delicious, sweet nourishment created by combining 2 or more grains.
They have that Confederate flag at her other restaurant.
I'm sure some Democrats go to Dollywood. Like,
No,
Yeah, but
They don't
that's
allow
the
them
whole
in.
charade is that they're fucking. We never mind. We pushed the record button, didn't we?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna talk about the
Well,
Democrats.
that's fine. Well, that's fine because, I'm not here to talk about the Democrats. I'm here to talk about Dollywood, and I think it's ridiculous that they won't let the Democrats in.
No, I
Well,
don't
let 'em
think
in.
it's
They stop 'em.
ridiculous.
They really
Stop
stop you at the door. They say, Democrat or no?
ID.
No,
I do.
They ask you if you want to be there, and if you say no, they know you're a Democrat, and they kick you out, and they ban you. They take your picture. That's why when you go on every ride in Dollywood, they take your picture.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder, because it works.
It's for identification.
I thought Dolly put all them pictures up in her house.
Why, yeah, she does that too.
Yeah.
She's an adventurous woman.
I thought she put them all in her living room.
She does. She frames
Well,
pictures of people who ride her coasters, man.
To be
Listen.
fair,
No,
she
listen.
masturbates in her living room. I'm
That's
sorry.
inappropriate. You shouldn't talk about
Oh
Dolly.
my
that
God!
way.
Really, Dolly is a sweet old woman.
Dolly wants to pose for Playboy. Dolly ain't sacred. I
She
want to fuck
hasn't?
Dolly. Everybody wants
Dolly
to fuck
did get a boob job, right? Obviously.
Fuck if I know.
Why would I even ask her
100%
that?
natural.
Her titties have always been big, and I
She's-
don't know if she was around, if
she's
they were
never-
big before or after boob technology.
She's never had any work done.
Listen, I'm not here to judge Dolly on
She
that.
definitely had some work. She
No.
the one that ruined Kenny Rogers' face.
You're wrong.
She turned Kenny
You're
Rogers
wrong
into
about
a plastic
Dolly.
doll.
Listen, you gotta know when to fold them, and it's time.
Dude, Dolly Parton owns Tennessee, right?
It's hers.
I mean, it's hers. That's her world, man. Can you
That's
imagine?
what she wants you to think.
Hey, man, I wonder how much pull she has in the governor of Tennessee
Are you
or
fucking
something.
kidding me, man?
What?
You wonder? You
Yeah.
wonder how much?
Yeah.
You know how much. You
How much?
know how much. You know Dolly comes in there with them big titties.
Oh hell! That's why she got him.
Fucking sticking right out. And she's like, we just need an expansion for the park.
Well, we're gonna
And
put a
the
lot
fucking
of people
governor-
out of work,
the governor-
Dolly. I don't
the-
know if we should do it. I don't know.
And she goes,
So what if it's
sure, you
National
can't
Forest
do it for
land?
me, baby.
I don't care about no deer.
We can't cut a few trees.
It's just a little bit of the forest that we ain't got much left of.
It's gonna.
It's trash anyway. We ain't got much left of it. We used it up because it
Ain't
was
nothing but
worthless.
Bud Light cans over there.
And then now it's
That's
gonna.
true. That's
have a
actually true.
pile
We
of
got that.
sunglasses and lost items falling from roller
And
coasters.
there's places you can go that are just full. Like there's washing machines that have been dumped there. There's couches, whole couches.
I live
Oh,
by
yeah.
it. I live by it.
You did it. You done it.
Yeah, you did.
You
I
just said it.
have the decency to burn my shit.
I just flush it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No,
in the
I set
South,
it out
man.
by the road and people take it in like 30 minutes every time.
Because that's an option, people just literally take their trash and throw it in the woods somewhere.
Well, I pretty much live in the woods, and something that bugs me, people will come from other places and dump their trash up above my house.
Do you think that like physical trash is the problem?
It's real shitty.
Do you feel like physical trash is the problem though?
I just
Do
wish.
you, or do you
It's a
feel
problem.
like when you get it out in that environment that animals are like, oh, this is a new little niche I can carve out. I'm gonna fucking evolve along these fucking used up toddler mattresses.
I mean, are you advocating
for people.
dumping? It adds to the habitat.
No, I ain't advocating for dumping. I'm just saying.
It's
do you
more
think
dynamic
wildlife.
habitat.
Do you think wildlife is strong enough to overcome that, or do you think that the solid waste is the problem? Because I know they're not strong enough to overcome.
I don't know
the
if it's so
toxic
much
waste
about
and
the
shit.
habitat. Honestly, I don't know what the logistics of how dumping trash somewhere could destroy the environment or harm animals. My thing is, honestly, I just hate seeing trash.
It's
like
ugly,
that,
yeah. Even
man.
if it doesn't bother anything, it's ugly.
Yeah, don't. That's why you shouldn't just throw your McDonald's bag out your window in a neighborhood or something, or anywhere really. I shouldn't have even specified on a neighborhood, but it's just everybody has to see. You have to see that trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who wants to see that?
Yeah.
Who wants to see your Squish water bottle.
Let's be like Japan, where even our homeless are like living in tents with solar panels and shit.
That's what we need.
That's wild. They can afford a solar panel
You know,
and a tent?
you know when America.
Vice had a story on it.
You know America's doing good when there's tent cities all over the country. You know it's doing good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always been that.
There hasn't been a period in history where we were doing bad with tent cities.
There's always
Well,
shanty towns and all that.
We're getting back to our, childhood roots of like Boy Scouts and camping out in
In the
tents.
Great
Yeah.
Depression.
And
Yes.
orgies.
Yes.
Orgies, yeah. I watched Nose Onions today. And we talked about orgies.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like something we talk about.
Dirty
Well,
Mike
we were
and the
talking
boys.
about Kiss Tooth Tunes, but it devolved into orgies.
Kiss.
Tooth Tunes. The
Oh, yeah.
toothbrushes.
Oh, yes, man.
I don't remember the Kiss one, but I remember the product.
Black Eyed Peas.
I feel like Kiss is an odd one that they made that one.
Yeah, because it's not like...
It's not like that was popular at the time.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
All-Star made
Who are you
perfect
selling
sense.
that to?
Yeah.
Me, apparently.
Well, yeah, but
Well, you think like
collectors, I'm sure there's a lot of collectors that got it.
like Kiss's fucking PR team. Wait.
Dude, they merchandised the shit out of that band.
Yeah, still.
They had a wrestler. They had the Kiss Demon in
Hey, man.
WCW.
They probably sell tampons.
Kiss is getting what they're paying for out of their management.
Simmons tongue tampon.
Yeah, the string. the string.
deeper than a jean.
That is amazing.
He'll lap it up.
Nothing goes deeper than a gene.
He'll lap it up. That's fucking
He
phenomenal.
will. He will lap it up.
That's fucking phenomenal.
I mean, man, Kiss somehow, I guess they just transcended music because what is that shock rock? Is that what that would be
Kinda.
considered? Like
I mean, not by today's standards, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely at the time.
Like
Paul Stanley up on stage going like that and
Yeah.
shit with the fucking face paint and the lipstick and all that
Yeah.
shit. That was shocking.
I guess that was
at the time.
shocking at the time, yeah.
Mhm.
But now we're just like...
Think about this. Kiss has been here since like the late, I think it was the late 60s. I don't think it was
Somebody's
the
dad.
70s.
yeah.
It's a lot of people's dad, I'm sure, actually. But
Yeah.
I dated a girl who that was her dad.
She said Gene Simmons was her dad.
No.
Oh, what?
I didn't understand what you meant. Her
Oh.
dad was a big Kiss head. He liked
Oh.
Bob Seger too.
what
Well.
is it?
Hell yeah.
Is it Family Guy where
They cut
it
Conway
is where
Twitty.
she said he wants to have sex with her because she had sex with Gene Simmons? Like
Yeah.
he likes it more.
Whoa.
That Gene Simmons has fucked his wife.
Oh my
Is that
god.
Family Guy?
I don't know about that. I know Family Guy did have an episode with
Well,
kids.
dude, that's metal as fuck.
And it was like, I think in that episode, like, Lois embarrasses him or something because she don't know the lyrics when Gene Simmons puts the microphone up to her to let her sing. Or wait, is Gene Simmons even the singer? Who?
Paul Stanley.
Fuck, I'm so stupid.
Wait,
All
Gene
those-
Simmons isn't the singer? I'm not a big Kiss fan.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons sings on some songs. He sings like God of Thunder and Spit, and I mean he sings some songs, but Paul Stanley's the main guy.
I want to know who sang that song that Jimmy brought up in one of the old braincake episodes. Probably
Christine?
left over. Yeah, 16 Christine or
Yeah.
something.
That's
And he's over the track
You
being
know-
like, I saw you at the park the other day.
That
There's
sounds
other
a
songs like
fucking-
that though. Sam Cooke has a song that he's talking about singing to a 16-year-old. It's really strange.
I mean, it's kind of been a
Well, I
theme
mean, we
in
were all
music.
16 at one time, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
he wasn't at the time that
Yeah.
this was.
Well, maybe he wrote the song later because he didn't
Written
have the words
insane.
at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think there could
I
be
ain't trying to get
innocence
Sam Cooke
to it, I
canceled.
guess, but
No, I'm not suggesting that anyway.
No, I was
but
joking, man.
I don't know who Sam Cooke is.
He's
He's
a
that black
soul
guy that
singer.
sung that song.
What?
He's a
Chocolate
soul
Rain?
singer.
Yes.
No, no.
What?
sang,
Yeah, that's why you have to
I
give me
love
more
that
details.
motherfucker,
He
though.
sang "Who Let the Dogs Out." That
Tazon
was
Day.
Oh,
him.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
was
was Sam
him.
Cooke.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he sing?
Change is gonna come. It's the big one that everybody got.
Live at the
into.
Harlem Square.
Right.
Who Let the Dogs Out. That was Sam Cooke.
That should have been a fucking toothbrush man who let the dogs out.
It probably was.
Yeah.
I know it was one of those.
I
know it was one of those little like that plugs in.
Fuck,
like
I talked
chip,
about one of those.
Micro, whatever.
I have
like
one
that.
of those right now. That's like a boombox, like a tiny little boombox.
Yeah, and you put the little, and it plays just a clip of the song.
I had "Shape of Your Heart" by the Backstreet Boys and "Pump Up the Jam." And I had Baha Men's "Who Let the Dogs Out" and Smash Mouth All Star, and that is the greatest fucking
I think I had like
mixtape of all time.
I think I had a Beyonce one that I got like a Happy Meal.
4
or
tracks.
something.
Did
I
you
don't have it still.
did you like play with toys when you were younger at all?
Like butt plugs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like sexual
Yeah.
toys when
Yeah.
you were a kid. Yeah, did you play with those?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
you know
I mean
those
like
you know those monsters you'd squeeze and the little bubble would pop out.
Dude!
I just put that right at the base of my asshole and squeeze the bubble right in
The
there.
what now?
Dude, Gunner, you know, the whole reason I asked that question just then about toys was because I thought about that.
Fuck.
That toy from my childhood. That, like, it was like monster toys, and they'd have, like, you could squeeze them, and it would be like, you know, a little blood bubble
and they
pops
were
out or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yes,
That
dude.
goblin had the blood bubble.
Yeah.
That goblin had the weird fucking eye that comes
I
out.
like the zombie with, like, the green bubble is, like, neon green.
Oh yeah,
like, eye
no,
popped out or something.
That's the thing that I'm thinking of, and the fucking demon thing or whatever the hell it was. It came out of its back.
God, man, people who know what we're talking about are fucking excited, but the people who don't know are
They're
like,
fucked. Yeah,
yeah.
they don't know.
Man, one of my
we
favorite toys.
apparently ran into many of those in our childhoods, respectively.
yeah,
One of my favorite toys, and I still have it. I think they were called Bone Crushers, was like the name of it, but I have a Stone Cold one.
oh,
And like when you bend his arms and his legs, they go.
oh, like what was the purpose of that?
For you to feel like you're really
You
hurting
fuck
the
him up,
toys.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're really hurting the toys, man.
Beat the shit out of Stone
For all
Cold.
the pain that you felt from your peers and from your parents,
Yeah.
you just inflict that on the toys, man.
Yeah, I would like drive nails through toys' heads, honestly.
You're like Sid.
Yeah,
You like sew them together and
yeah,
stuff?
from Toy Story.
I used to play Mafia I had this big stuffed Grinch, and I would play Mafia, and my version of playing Mafia was I would either shoot him, or I would cut him with a fake knife, or I would hang him off the banister of the stairs by the neck until he was dead.
Oh my god.
And then my dog got a hold of it and humped the shit out of it, and my mom threw it away.
I don't know if this is probably it might be weird. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else ever did it, but I used to like to get action figures when I was little, and like put a cover over top of me, and you could arrange the cover to be like different ledges or like little.
No, dude, I wasn't that
Make them fuck with each other.
Dude, yeah, that's fucking genius. I wish I'd
Yeah.
thought of that when I was a
It
child.
was like a little layer, you know what I mean? Like you could stand them up.
I just gave what they gave to me in a package. Like
I had
I
a
would
Spawn. There was one that was Spawn.
I had a Spawn toy also.
yeah.
I had a Spawn toy as well.
But
Spawn was a toy that was not meant to be a toy. That
Really
was a
probably
toy
not
for
appropriate.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
really.
coming back. He was trying to kill the devil and God also.
He's a bad dude.
I
He's a bad
specifically
dude.
remember my parents not letting me watch Spawn when I was a kid.
Dude, my mom let me watch Spawn. Let me tell you.
And my parents let me
badass
watch it
movie.
and
Yeah.
listen to and play a lot of like shit. But
It's a strange movie to watch now.
Dude, it's still I think it holds up.
And what happened
I
to
think
like
that's a controversial opinion, but I think it holds up.
the Wishmaster movies? Did you guys watch? You know what I'm talking about?
Dream Master?
The Wishmaster. There's like 3 or 4
Wait.
of them.
I'm thinking of the Page Master.
I'm thinking of the one with like the pin head doll or
No, this was like he was like a
No,
genie
it's
basically, but it was like always a violent, gross twist to whatever your wish was. Like the one that I can think of in particular is the guy was in jail and he's like, what is your wish? He's like, I wish I could just walk right through those bars, and then he does, but like he makes his body crush through the bar. Like,
oh.
yeah. That was a pretty wild fucking movie.
That's fucked.
Yeah. That's like one of the best
That's what you get
things.
for using magic instead of Jesus.
Yeah.
I love Tales from the Crypt when I was a kid because it was like all about those twists like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They always had something that they desired or whatever, and it would always end up getting them killed in the process. Yeah,
That's exactly what I was thinking about with the Nightmare on Elm Street or Freddy's Nightmares and the Friday the 13th series. Same basic premise. They were like knockoff shows of Tales from the Crypt.
I never
Came
got
on
into
Chili.
Freddy, but I liked Friday the 13th a lot.
I liked the first Nightmare on Elm
I
Street
didn't
movie.
get into Freddy much though.
First Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, is like top quality fucking horror movies.
What about Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkinhead's a fucking ace.
I never really watched Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead's the shit, man.
Man, I don't think.
Even the like weird Hatfield McCoy fucking thing that they did with Pumpkinhead was the fucking shit.
What did they do?
They did like a horror movie that was somehow based on that fucking feud.
Oh, okay.
In a
Wow.
weird kind of sideways way.
Yeah.
It wasn't based on what happened in that feud. It was just based on those two names and selling tickets, but it was a good movie. And Pumpkinheads is good, by God, I tell you.
Yeah. I love a Pumpkinhead.
Why, yeah?
I can't remember what I was gonna say, but I like Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers, yeah, that's
Where'd
that's
you
a
get
fun
those
movie.
papers?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a movie.
Oh my God! Didn't it turn out that dude was like?
That was real. That was a documentary.
No, like the actor that played the Jeepers Creepers monster or whatever. Wasn't he like charged for some kind of sexual?
I don't think
Gosh,
it was
probably.
the monster. I think it was like the director, but I know that there's like a sexual assault case tied to Jeepers Creepers.
I just remember like thinking of how creepy it is that he's like licking the window of a high school bus in the part 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh my.
Isn't there a 3? Is that a third
Yeah.
part to it?
Yeah, it's new. It's pretty new. But a lot of movies.
When he's staring out through that kid's fucking eye holes at
Ooh.
the end of the fucking movie.
Yes.
That's the fucking shit. If you haven't
I
seen it,
think-
you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I don't apologize for spoiling it for you. You fucking watch a movie.
It's still good. You know, honestly though, I have a hard time getting into movies anymore.
Yeah, I do too.
It's easier for me to watch a movie I've already seen that I know I like than to sit through a new movie. I do occasionally though.
I just don't really dedicate time to movies at all. Even like movies that I've watched or new movies. I just.
No, I haven't watched a movie in a long time.
It's like been a while
It's
since I've watched
unfortunate.
one.
Movies kind of suck now. We started marketing to China, and we're dumbasses for it.
Well, you're marketing.
There's too many people. You can't market to that many people.
Yeah. It just becomes watered down if you're trying to please everybody because that's not what makes a great movie. It might make a good movie and a sellable movie, but it's not a memorable movie.
None of our great movies would have worked if we were trying to market them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Market them fucking globally. Like the entire world's gonna love the American movie that just came out, and it's gonna revolutionize our fucking economy or what the fuck ever to pay these actors millions of dollars.
What's up with that? Like, do you have more info on that? Because I've heard you talk about it before.
Marketing in China?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that the Tibetan monk that was a dude in the fucking Doctor Strange movie got changed into, was it Tilda Swinton, who is a woman who is a monk who's not Tibetan? She's not Tibetan because Tibet doesn't exist because it's China. China owns that shit.
I don't know, man.
And the fucking end of that one Transformers movie just shifts to Beijing for no fucking apparent reason.
So they're just trying to like get movie sales in those countries. Is that
And
what you're
get
saying?
movies through censors in those countries,
Okay. Yeah.
which are really, really strict, and will not allow any anti-China fucking propaganda in their movies, which is anything that's anti-China.
So isn't it really that we're like bending to their will to
Dude, like,
please them?
Think
It's
about
not that,
any
like,
of the space movies you've watched where there's like an earth-ending fucking cataclysm, and fucking China always comes in to work with the U.S. to fucking fix the thing. China always comes in and
That
saves
is
the days
true.
at the last second.
Is
It's
this
true.
like, man, how big of a
Dude,
conspiracy?
they are
is this a
literally
conspiracy?
they are
Is this,
literally
like-
committing a genocide against Muslims in China right now.
That was a jump, but
And there's nobody gives a shit.
that's
about it.
connected.
Yeah,
That's connected
Well,
to the
yeah, it's
movie
connected because
industry.
if you're committing a genocide, I assume you pretty much consider everything that is against your nation as propaganda because you probably have a pretty clinical mindset about it. And I mean, you're not going to get anything past the Chinese censor. They have their own version of the internet.
God,
It's internal that you're not allowed to go to the actual internet in China.
I just want to watch Transformers, man. Is that so much to ask?
Well,
I don't want to
yeah,
give a
this
fuck
day and
about
age,
China.
I just want to
fucking-
watch MILFs.
Well, guess what?
That's
Your
right. I
TikTok
want
is
to watch
stealing your
MILFs and
fucking emails.
Transformers, bitch.
At the same time,
No,
I
fuck
can.
Transformers. Give me some MILFs. Listen. I don't listen.
You
I
can
don't
have
think
both.
there's nothing
You don't
wrong.
want Transformers?
If you,
That'd be awesome.
If you want to be called a woman, and that's fine, but I don't want no Transformers.
Oh my god, buddy.
You know what? I agree with it, buddy. I agree
Yeah.
with it.
That's what I know. Somebody who thought that was what they were called.
They thought
That should be what it was called. That'd be more fun. I think
It
they'd
would be
get more
really
traction.
cool. And that way, whenever they get a sex change, they can go.
Oh shit!
like they come out of the hospital room and like spin around and like reshape themselves and
Yeah.
like animate it.
God,
in their
that's
true
odd.
form.
That fucking motion you did was terrifying. That looked like somebody turned into a werewolf.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a shapeshifter.
well.
or
Well,
something.
you have to bend a little bit, you know, if you're trying to warp your body.
I guess you would.
Yeah. I mean, I was just talking.
Jesus Christ was a superstar. Did you all know that?
No, I didn't know.
Sarah Silverman knew that, I think.
He would.
Did she like that musical? Did she make a big deal about liking that musical?
I
I feel like she did.
God,
I don't know that much
I
about it.
feel like so weirdly I know what you're talking about.
It's something strange. Okay, you know the movie I had talked about to you earlier with Seth Rogen in it.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman is in that, and you see her boobs and her bush. Not something I ever
yeah.
intended on seeing on purpose.
Yeah.
I did, and I couldn't find it, and I'm glad to know it's out there now.
Well, it's there. I can't think of the name of the movie.
Isn't that so weird that like
I have a fetish for Jewish women. Yes.
God so, that's all it has to be? It's just Jewish?
Yeah.
Just any you just
Because I
Jewish.
think they're right.
What
I'm
are
like,
the characteristics of a Jewish woman?
Yeah.
How you know a woman's
Yeah,
Jewish?
please.
It's a matrilineal religion.
And try
they
to
know
not
what they
be
want.
racist when you
They know how to
describe the
Listen,
reason.
I'm not being racist. They know what they want, and I know what they want, and that's good. And they'll tell me if I don't know, and that's
Okay.
good.
Jewish women.
And they know. They're
Hit 'em
right.
up.
I think the Jews are correct. I think they're right.
Hit him
All the
up.
Jews.
Hit him up.
Listen, even the moil sucking the baby dick. There's got to be a role for those people in society. We can't just turn our backs.
You
I think
sure-
we can turn our backs on
We
people
can't
that
turn
suck
our
back.
backs on the pedophiles. Listen,
Absolutely
we gotta
we can.
gotta have like a ritualistic one time a year. They get to suck a baby dick when we circumcise the new youth.
I don't know if that's something I can give my full support to.
Yeah, I don't think I could give even like my half-ass.
Well, I'll just be reformed then. I won't go for a full Orthodox.
Yeah. I mean, will that quench their thirst though? That's the question, you know. Is that
Literally, because they're sucking blood out of it. Yes,
well,
Oh, that's
they're cleaning the blood off of the penis with their mouth.
okay.
The
Okay.
reason why.
Okay, let's not go into the details of
I
something.
will
makes
tell you.
sense.
I will tell you why that is because back when these circumcisions were first done, they didn't have any medical technology, and that was the sterile way to do that.
And now they do it because it's like tradition or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
because it's fun.
Yeah.
Apparently,
yeah.
that's
exactly.
really weird.
Listen,
Tradition is a weird thing, man.
you know what? Like,
Jim Norton said there had to be that first moil.
What?
Jim Norton said there had to be that first moil that sucked that first baby dick.
Oh yeah.
And he wonders if it was actually something important or if he just like got caught and was crafty.
yeah.
Yeah. Guys, this is an important part of the process.
I wonder if it's the same thing with like
Did
if you
a
cut your
fucking-
finger, you know,
I'm not
paper
gonna
cut,
do
and you're like,
Yeah, it's
so maybe,
instinctual.
it was the
It
same.
is.
Yeah.
That's why that's instinctual. Is because that works. It's
'Cause they're
sterile.
sucking baby dicks. That's
I can't lick my
Yeah.
fucking head. I guarantee you, Dixie's gonna do this all fucking night. Oh fuck, I can't.
You
go
know,
back there.
it's weird though. Okay, how common is that practice? Like
licking
now?
a cut.
No, like them doing that with the babies.
And ultra-Orthodox, that's how they do it.
So still today, lots of people do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing. I feel weird discussing it. I feel weird with us talking, with the words sucking baby dick coming out of our mouths.
Well,
but
that's
let me
literally what's going on.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, it's weird that I feel weird just talking about it when they're the ones who do it. It's happening across.
Well, it's like, there is a fact that in Southeast Asia, there is a thing where they eat dogs. And we don't like to talk about that.
I'm far more comfortable with that than sucking baby dicks.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it's just so uncomfortable because there's like a cultural element involved in it. We're like, oh, I don't want to step on this person's culture by saying that their tradition is stupid.
Yeah.
But your tradition is stupid.
I don't mind saying that one's stupid.
Yeah. Most of them are stupid.
It's a little weird.
Most traditions are pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say most. I think some are good in a way.
Not the ethical ones, just like the shit we put our mouths on.
Yeah.
We're fucking dogs.
Do you
we
guys
chew on
think
shit we like.
Do you guys think there's a lot
like
of
baby dicks.
genuineness behind taking on those traditions?
Yeah.
Like, do you think
especially after the Holocaust, yes, there are many Jews who are renewed in their faith.
Like,
you mean like in general, not specifically.
I mean, like, you know.
Oh, I thought you meant the dick sucking.
Well,
the babies.
Yeah. So take that for example. What I'm asking is like, when they do that, does it feel off to them, but they're just doing it because they feel like that's what they should do based on their... Or
it feels off to anybody who's around when it happens who is not a Jew.
I don't know. There's got to be some of them that are like, I can get with all this other stuff, but...
I wasn't saying that there aren't Jews who are offended. I was saying everybody who's not a Jew is offended.
And even it can get down to something as, like, just... when the Pope puts on that big ass hat, do you ever think just for a second he's like, this is a little bit weird, or
he's
do you
a
think,
fucking wizard?
Like, this is silly.
He's an old wizard with
silly.
a robe and a big hat and a fancy gold throne.
Like I got on.
And he comes out and he waves his hand.
Dude, I would love for the Pope fucking buy the Pope a pair of Yeezys, man. Kanye, send the Pope a pair of Yeezys.
He's got special made. What was it, Armani?
I don't know. I think
he's got special made shoes.
It'd be more funny if he just wore a pair of Tims.
Yeah.
He might not do that fucker. He might be wearing them sneakers them suicide cults wear.
Huh? Who?
At Pope Francis. I was saying
at Pope Francis.
I don't think he has any fancy shoes.
That on Pope Francis, but
I'm about tired of Pope Francis.
Let me tell you about Frank here, okay?
Yeah, how many redneck Catholics do you run into in your life?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
I want to meet somebody with a strong Catholic heritage who has opinions and expresses them like we express our opinions in this dialect.
I think it's beautiful. I think we should be... I mean, if you don't, that's cool, but I don't think we should have to be ashamed of the way people talk around here.
No.
No, I think it's a fucking separate language. I think it should be considered
There was a time I was growing up, but that was really a lot of, like... I didn't want to be like, or perceived as, the way that I perceived a lot of the people around me.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to be
That's what drove that feeling.
You see a lot of people on drugs and fucking up growing up in
and just
Kentucky
homophobia
and
all that
racism.
And I was like, I don't want to be associated with that, so I'm not going to talk like that. But then I was like, okay, I can just talk however I want. That's fine.
Yeah, I've got much more comfortable, like, using ain't and stuff.
Yeah.
There was actually a point where I pretty much didn't say it.
Well,
and at some point I just loosened up and They
used to tell you that you'd have a teacher and you'd be like, ain't, and they'd be like, ain't a word.
Yeah, and then Webster was like, I got you. I put it in there.
Well, there are different ways of speaking. You know what I mean? Like, it in Japanese, isn't it kind of like they have two ways of speaking in a way, as in like how they
formal and informal.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they have 3 alphabets.
Does that have anything to do with?
There's that in Spanish. There's that in a lot of languages, I guess, where there's like.
I guess it's just weird when you look at another language and see it that way.
Dude,
because
they
we
don't
do
even
that
have the
too.
same root language.
I mean,
that's like a completely. The thing about Asian languages is they developed along like everything from Russian down to like the Middle East evolved from like the same Asia-European kind of language, and then the other side of Asia had a different root for their language. And so any of that sounds completely foreign to us because it's not even remotely connected to any of the languages that we have kind of access to through our shared heritage.
Language is fascinating because
It is.
it's like you think there's not really a complete translation ever. Like there are some things that just can't even be described outside of the context of that culture.
Just that we can learn language.
Particularly,
Even
right.
one language, like our own language, is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
like somebody just says, that's an apple, and you're like,
Yeah,
alright,
that
that's
is
an
an
apple.
apple.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you think about the collection of words that you have in your mind that you've learned throughout your life.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking... It would be a book as thick as...
The dictionary.
Yeah.
It's thick, as thick as the
Thicker.
dictionary.
Thicker than the dictionary. Fucking... There's more words in our brains than even exist.
Well, I guess there is.
Flugel.
You can invent words.
Yeah. And those...
Didn't flugel feel right to you guys? Ain't that something real in your
I
head?
invented a word last year.
I feel like Flugel was the name of one of the things in Spy Kids. Like, that was the little characters.
Floops.
Floops. Yeah. Or something. I don't know.
That was the floops something. Floops fooglies.
Fooglies.
Floops fooglies.
I invented the word ruralty.
Rural.
So it's like,
It's like you
It's
got
like
a
the really
above ground pool,
highfalutin-
but it's like it's got a wood fence around it.
well, that, or it's just like, I imagine like the really highfalutin people that live in like a rural town, and they're like, you know, they're the cock of the walk.
Live
as
up on
they say.
Hospital Hill.
They got
Yeah,
big,
yeah, something like that.
big old nice truck. Not like
Yeah.
the rickety truck.
They got
That's-
a double wide.
That's rural. And then the ruralty is
I also-
nice. Sleek,
Also, I think
The truck with the coolers in the back.
jacked up. Yeah, got the cooler. The fucking expensive coolers too. They buy like some
Yetis.
fucking...
It's
They got the
basically
Yetis, yeah.
no. It's basically a refrigerator.
You want a
inside
beer
the
out of
truck.
my $300 cooler, man?
you want to drink a Bud Light out of this $300?
You want to use my $200 fishing pole with my $400 specialty bait?
Balls, I don't mean to brag here, but my grandpa's got a truck with floor coolers. You take the mat
Shit.
up and you open the floor up and you put beer down in there.
That's pretty cool.
See, why
It
even
gets
talk
cold.
trash? I mean, that sounds nice.
Well, I don't know if you should put beer down in that cooler. 'Cause it's
Oh
in
yeah,
your
yeah,
truck.
yeah. You put root beer down in that
Yeah,
cooler.
that makes sense.
You put root beer down in
It's
that
old
cooler.
duels. It's just old duels.
It's old
Yeah.
dude. No, it's Heineken, no alcohol.
Yeah.
Is that bullshit?
Heineken's
Yeah.
not worth drinking with the alcohol, let alone without it.
I like Heineken.
It's not as bad as people act like it is, but it's pretty not good.
I really, I would like to try it maybe on tap, but any
I'm
beer
more
that I've
aligned with
had,
you on Dos Equis.
any beer I've had that comes in a green bottle is gross.
Do you like Dos Equis?
I've never tried it. I've tried Heineken and I've tried the Stella Artois.
You tried Rolling Rock?
Both of those are disgusting, and that one also is disgusting.
I've never tried
You're
Rolling
gay.
Rock. You scared me pulling on that cord.
They taste.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
It's okay.
playing with it.
It just
It's
tastes like
very loose hanging in there.
It tastes
Sorry.
skunky. Is what it tastes like to me.
Oh, I love a skunk. I would eat a skunk's ass.
I mean, I'm not shocked that you said that.
Would you eat the skunk's ass, or would you eat where it shoots the skunk juice out at?
Well, that's what I meant. It's
Yeah.
glands. I
What
want to
is
get my
skunk-
tongue all over that skunk gland.
Maybe skunk poop smells delicious, and we just never know it.
Oh my god, like it's inverse. Like they stink all the time, but they shit magnolia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
just can't smell it.
Nobody's ever noticed.
We're gonna
It tastes like honeysuckle and fucking fresh clover. Fucking a little bit sour, but a little bit fragrant. You know.
People just going out in the woods searching for
smell some skunk butts.
skunk shit.
Yeah.
Like eating it like berries.
They hunt it like ginseng. Like you can't get a spot for very long because people
I,
pick it.
That's going $34 a pound now, boy. I'm about to take it in. You sell it wet or dry, you get more out of it dry.
Yeah, we got a couple of skunks in the house. We're gonna breed them and let them shit in the yard, and we'll pick it up.
But you better be careful with them skunks. They'll make them do a rabies test if they bite one of them youngins. They cut their head off now.
We need another mouth gone
I
because we
just-
got too many to feed
I
right
just
now.
Yeah,
let
that's
that boy
fair.
get
You know, I
rabies.
hear
It ain't
skunk
killed my
meat's good.
skunks.
Hey, no, I hear skunk meat's good.
Fuck that.
Ugh.
Oh, now y'all's highfalutin motherfuckers if you want to eat a skunk.
Hey, if I had to eat a skunk, I would. But
Yeah.
How good would a barbecue skunk be?
you want an onion?
I'd love, buddy.
I feel like you'd
Don't
have
don't
to cook a
tempt me.
skunk.
I will eat a raw onion whole like a fucking apple right now in front of you.
You too good to eat a goddamn onion?
I'll eat a whole apple. I'll eat a whole onion raw like an apple in front of you right now.
I ain't got no onions.
You said,
Well, you cocksucker.
you said an
teasing me
apple. That was a Freudian slip. You scared to eat an onion, man. You're not the Grinch.
No, I said I'd eat it like an
I think
apple.
you are. You
And then I fucked up
Shrek
because I was
or
going to
Grinch.
tell you.
Yeah, but then you said I'm gonna eat. I'd eat an apple, and I think that's what you really meant is that
Yeah.
you'd eat an apple that you couldn't
Well,
eat.
I
an
sure would
onion.
eat it like an apple. I'd bite right into it and I'd go.
How do you eat apple?
And then y'all'd go, ooh,
I wouldn't.
I eat my apples.
that's
by
good. You
slicing
need to
them,
appreciate them onions. The Lord don't know.
dipping them in peanut butter.
People take onions for granted. They sweet and they're delicious and they're juicy and they're good.
I like onions. I really do.
Yeah, I enjoy onions.
I don't think I could take a bite out of an
It's-
onion though.
a
Right?
sweet
you
onion?
ain't lived.
Well, I mean, I eat raw onion like with things, but just like straight up.
What
eat
about
one.
green onions? Now
Sure.
we can all agree on green onions, right?
Yeah.
And raw and not raw onions. What are they called? Wild onions. Y'all eat wild onions before?
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't know if
I
I have.
love wild onions.
Just like
They
the ones
grow
that
out
come
like
up in the
by
yard
Buckhorn School out there. Didn't you eat none of them?
No, I don't think so.
Lord, you should eat some of them. We'll find some. We'll find some. We'll go out and hunt for them.
In the spring, I mean, you might probably find them in the fall sometimes.
But you ever had poke salad?
I don't think so.
Hey, that's some
Never.
good shit.
No.
It is.
What is it?
It's like leaves, and you fucking fry them in fucking bread. And they not fry them in bread. You bread them and fry them.
I've never breaded them
delicious.
before.
You bread them and fry them, and they'll turn out good.
I've never done that. Just boil it in a few changes of water and then fry it with eggs or just fry it like a
Oh, you're
regular
reducing it
mustard
down like
cream.
spinach almost.
No, you're supposed to boil it in several changes of water. It's poisonous.
We did. We just fry it up.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
You've been slowly poisoned over the years.
That's what they did when them youngins was poor. They fried up poke salad.
Hell yeah, they're trying to kill y'all.
I like it, but as far as
Hang
I
on,
know,
sport, they know now.
as far as I know, you are supposed to at least one change of water.
I don't know how often they change the water, but I know it
That
comes
might
out
be a
breaded.
complete
at the end.
myth. I mean, maybe.
I have no idea.
I ain't calling you out on it. I'm just saying we've been eating some
No, I mean,
poke salad
I'm
for a
saying
long
it
time.
might be a myth. That's just what I've always understood.
Yeah.
Well, by God, I know it's good when it's poisonous. I'll tell you that.
I know it sure tastes ripe as hell when it's poison. I love the taste of it. It's like a autoerotic asphyxiation. You
Yeah.
gotta wait right at
Asphyxiation.
the moment when it's best for picking is when it's the most poisonous.
Tastes
right?
good. Makes my hands tingle. I always walk a
I
little
feel
wobbly
needles
after
going in
dinner.
my face, Mama.
You know, I don't understand really why anybody. Does anybody really genuinely enjoy like super hot peppers?
Super hot? No.
I didn't at first, and now I do.
I enjoy
I didn't at
spicy
first,
food,
and now
but
I
I don't want something to just be hot for the sake of
I
being
want-
hot.
Yeah.
No, it has to have some flavor to it, but I want it to punish me. I want it to
Punish
make me
you.
feel
I'll
bad.
punish you.
I
Yeah.
want that hot stuff to make me feel bad.
You don't gotta have hot
Nah.
stuff to punish you. You can just take a whip to yourself or whatever.
Well, babe, the
I don't
amount
want
of
to feel
punishment I
bad,
need,
like-
I don't want to bleed all over the place.
Like I still
all
want
the
to
time.
enjoy my food, but I feel like the more you eat spicy food, the hotter that level goes. Like,
Yeah.
To where it can be hotter and you still enjoy it.
That's true. Yeah.
Dude, I remember eating. I got a burger over there at Treehouse back before it was closed, and it was called the Triple Flaming Dragon or whatever the hell they called it. And they had hot peppers on it, and they had hot sauce on it, and
Wow.
it was just real fucking hot.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You want the really hot one?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want the really hot one." And he was like, "Are you sure we don't use? That's not the thing that we do." And he's like, and I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay." And then I took 2 bites out of it, and I was like, "I gotta go. There's an emergency." And I took
In my
it,
pants.
I took it home with me, and I wound up eating it later. I had to scrape all the shit off of it, and I wish I could try it again to this day to see if it would measure up to what I thought how hot it was.
I was really
Because
hoping
pretty
you'd say
boy.
was hoping you'd say that you rationed it off throughout the next 30 days and took one bite each day.
I do that with Jack Link's Sasquatch XXL sticks.
I hope you put them in the fridge when you open them.
Lord, no.
They only last up to 3 days. I just read that on my beef jerky the other day.
Up to 3 days. Who the fuck's making it through 3 days with a beef stick open?
You, apparently.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Can't even eat a whole beef.
I said I was taking bites of it and leaving it alone. I didn't say it took me 3 days to eat one. No.
Well, once I get started on a meat stick, it's that's about it for it.
I feel you. I've been there many times.
I'll put the whole thing in there.
Same thing with pot pies. I can't stop eating a pot pie.
Damn. You know,
My wife likes to peel them.
peel
She peels the skin off of them.
off of
Pot pie?
beef sticks.
Off of beef sticks.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense. I was about to say, ain't
Still
no
eats
skin
the
on pot
skin.
pie.
Jimothy picks
Now, that's
the
good. That's good eating.
crust
Yeah.
off his pizza.
To eat it.
Yeah. It's part of his process.
She
I
part of
eat
his
pizza
creative
crust
process,
first.
man.
Yeah.
She also does the same thing with pickled bologna.
Wait, now, hold on. She's eating the pickled bologna wrap?
It's questionable.
Lord,
What's she doing with the pickled
That'll go
bologna?
right through. That'll go right
You know
through.
how it's got the
That'll go right through, I swear. You'll be picking it out of her ass like a
like a
greyhound.
casing? It's got like the casing on the pickled bologna. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you get the rope.
You know, I've never even really touched pickled bologna because I've always been
God damn,
disgusted
you're a
by it.
disgrace to Appalachia.
Oh, it's good, man. But
Oh my god.
take your raw onion
Yeah.
and some of that right there and some crackers.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Nah, but you need nabs.
But
Abs.
Nabs. Ain't you never heard of nabs?
no, I don't
But
nabs. I just
you
do
ain't
it.
never eaten no pickled bologna. I bet you ain't never heard of no nabs.
I just
Are
do it.
nabs those little packages of like
Crackers with anything. It used to be anything from Nabisco. So like an Oreo was a nab, but over the years it came to mean like them crackers with peanut butter on them.
The cheese crackers with peanut butter. I don't understand why those were ever made. Who's
For
like, you know
pickled
what
bologna.
would be good
For pickled bologna.
on
And
a
you know
cheese
what?
cracker is some peanut butter.
You ever go up to New England, you might be surprised. You might order you an apple pie and they'll bring you a slice of cheese on it.
why?
Well, that's
It's
less
good.
weird, especially if it's like brie or something like that.
Not cheddar.
Cheddar, really?
Cheddar.
I mean, I've had brie with apples and with a pecan or
Cheddar.
walnut, maybe.
You want that
That's good.
contrast of
I
flavors.
can see that being good. I can see that being good.
You want it melted, but you want that contrast of flavors. You want that sharpness with that sweetness.
Oh man.
And that's the concept between the cheese and peanut butter crackers.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could mess with some peanut butter and
And then if you eat it with pickled bologna, that's the sourness that makes it a whole package.
makes it a gross package.
No.
I once had an old
You gotta
lady.
eat
Pickled
have you ever
stuff
eat
haters, you not behind.
You ever eat you some souse meat, Bubby?
I don't eat really anything pickled. What, pickled eggs? I don't like pickled eggs.
No, souse meat's just head cheese.
Like pickles? Do you like pickles?
I like pickles. Yeah.
You like
What about,
sauerkraut?
I'm iffy on sauerkraut.
See.
What about the sweet versus sour debate on pickles?
Wait, man.
There is,
Oh,
there
like-
is
You
no
want
debate.
dill pickles or you want gherkins? Not
They're
gherkins.
also
Bread and butters.
bread and butter pickles.
Yeah.
I like those.
Are sweet pickles the same as bread and butter pickles?
Kind of. But are they?
They're not. They're like sweet relish is way sweeter than bread and butter pickles. I don't want to misrepresent bread
I
and
had-
butter, but they're pretty damn sweet.
I had this old lady feed me.
She
You had her
feed it to
You
you.
had her feed it to
Yeah,
you. By
I had her
mouth.
come over to the house.
By hand, I mean.
Actually, I was at her house, but it was sweet pickle and peanut butter sandwich. I know it sounds strange.
Don't sound strange to me. I get that. That might be how sweet pickles is good.
It is good.
Yeah, I
it
can
was
see that,
good. I
man.
was surprised
Now, sweet
Yeah.
pickles
because
is
she
good on
offered it. She was
Wendy's
like,
burgers.
"You want a sweet pickle and peanut butter sandwich?" And I don't care if somebody offers you a shit sandwich. Like, I'm not gonna be like, "Fuck you, no."
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
eat it.
especially on an opportunity to eat such a unique sandwich.
Yeah, like I'm allergic to shrimp, but if like I don't know, somebody offered me some, like, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. But, yeah. So now I'm not feeling well. This is great shrimp though.
That's hilarious. You sacrifice for your common man.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with this at all. I need a Benadryl.
Food is it goes beyond just taste. I mean, food really is like a bonding thing.
Yeah, for sure.
In my field, it is. I feel like food made with love is just like one of the best things in life. Genuinely.
Well, when you come together at a family dinner, it's better than the shit you cook on a Tuesday night when you got a packet of ramen. That's for sure. I'll tell you that.
There's something special.
Ain't no
about
love
that.
in your pack of ramen.
And there's something about that. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like churches and stuff like that, but the community aspect of that I think is really important.
Yeah,
especially in Baptist communities, they love to eat that shit.
In any community, for the community to come together and have a meal and talk.
Yeah, but you know what I don't like?
It don't have to be about Jesus.
You know what I don't like?
They and Baptist surely love to eat though.
I don't like that whenever they have all those trays of food sitting out, that flies.
Oh, they just let them go. Yeah.
Just on the potato salad, man.
I don't like
Dude.
that.
What's up?
I went to Black Gold and I ordered a fucking corn dog. And this dude fucking reaches over and gets the display corn dog and gives it to me.
He's straight up disrespected.
It's been out there for fucking all day, for fucking 12 hours, and I come along, there was a fly on it when I
Did you
looked
pay
at
for?
it.
How much did you pay for it?
$3.
For this old
For
used
this
ass corn
old
dog.
corn dog that I saw a fly on.
And this
There was
is
a
this is a
display
multiple
model.
day festival. It might not even been that day.
It might not have. They might have had that display out for 3 days.
They might have had it up since the last run.
Yeah. Last
I ate
year.
it. That was the weekend before I became a vegetarian. I think that made
Was
things
that
easier
why?
on me.
Was that why? Like, this is all it? No.
And then Lauren waved the bologna in my face and I had to eat the bologna.
Yeah, you had to.
Dude,
You
it was
had
a
to
month
eat
later and
bologna.
I was craving that protein. We're
Sounds-
fucking predators.
Sounds like a
man.
euphemism to me.
We're fucking predators. Are we not fucking predators?
I think
Look at our
I
front-
think you're a predator.
Look at our frontward facing eyes and our sharp teeth.
I'm a fucking. I just took my shoes off and went into relaxation mode during a podcast. Does that seem like something the ravenous animal would do that consumes the flesh?
I assume that's what Joe Rogan does.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
I assume he never wears shoes. He heard about those people in the Amazon that have like the big useful feet
Yeah.
that they're splayed out and they
He's
go through the
trying
woods
to
with them. And
evolve.
he tried. Yeah, he's been for his entire life. He's been trying to replicate that. He grabs shit with him all the time.
Joe Rogan walks on his knuckles. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't
He's
even
saving
use
his
his
feet
feet.
for picking shit up.
He just swings on his arms.
His big chimp arms.
Yeah.
His big fucking chimp arms.
Or like orangutan arms. Like they have
He-
like bars and rings set
It
up
is
throughout
amazing
the
to me.
Joe Rogan studios that he swings into the podcast room with.
It is fucking amazing to me that he is interested in monkeys like he is because he looks like a chimpanzee.
It's his family.
Yeah.
He just wants to know his family.
The Italians.
Yeah, Joe Rogan doesn't strike me as being Italian right off. I was
No.
surprised
He's
to
got
know
those
that.
Michael Corleone eyebrows.
I don't think I know enough Italian people though, honestly.
That's true. We're not really exposed to a lot of.
He looks like Al
No.
Pacino right here. Every Italian dude looks like Al Pacino right here. Right through there, the T-zone, is Al Pacino. Every single one of them.
Racist things to say about Italians going once.
Dude, every Irish guy dipping their head, look at me. I got a big
Yeah.
flat back like fucking
I say
Frankenstein.
something I
JK.
said. My wife has. She has this lump in the back of her head, which I guess a lot of people do, kind of like you're saying. And I wasn't really thinking. I was at her mom and
From
dad's
Doors
house.
people, right?
Fuck if I know. But
That's what my white supremacist uncle said that one time.
I was at her mom and dad's house one day, and he had commented on it, or I had commented on it actually, and I guess he's got one too. And I was like, yeah, it's like her handle. And I didn't think of that in a sexual way when I said it, but I don't guess there's much of another way to take it.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like, you just lift her up by it and pack her away.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about,
Yeah. Dude, there was
Well, dude,
it dawned on me later.
I'd say, I'm surprised. Later? It didn't dawn on you immediately
Not at
after
the time. No, I wouldn't have said it.
Definitely.
I would have
No,
said
I
it
meant
to her.
I figured right after it left your mouth.
I
like,
said
you're
it
like,
to
oh,
her-
that's
to
very
her father.
heterosexual.
I was around.
Because I assumed, that's the thing, I assumed her dad looked at you like,
He didn't, actually.
I
He
would
probably just
stab
like,
you in the
he's
face.
probably like, did this motherfucker really just say that to me?
I was around like a 8-year-old and a dude who has diabetes, and so he like needed to change his pump, and she said she referred to it as changing his batteries,
Oh my.
like his human batteries.
Yeah, how
I mean,
how
that's
disconnected?
kinda what it
I
is.
guess you would get disconnected eventually with it.
I mean, that
Is
makes
disconnected the word I'm looking for?
that makes sense to me.
Desensitized, maybe.
For
most people who had to take insulin for diabetes had to just shoot themselves up every day.
I mean,
Yeah,
it makes sense to me
Every
for
day. Multiple times a day, most of them.
a kid seeing somebody doing that is like them changing their batteries.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me as a
Juicing up, dog.
yeah.
Well, dude,
yeah.
we're just computers.
Yeah, it's really weird.
We're a meat computer.
We are kind of a meat computer, aren't we? Then like the way we like engage with our bodies and change certain. I mean, we literally can be born with. I don't know the details of like blood sugar problems.
Just code
and
errors,
stuff,
man.
but yeah, exactly.
And it
Just-
pretty much is that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a code.
In
when
your
you
DNA,
Get, when
right?
you get a genetic defect, that's a coding error, is what that is. When you think of it like that, you're like, oh, yeah, well.
We're
Well, the dangerous thing is you think about it like that and you're like, oh, well, we should correct those errors.
I think
That's
some
how
of
the
those
Nazis
errors we
kind of
should
think
correct.
of it.
Yeah.
But probably not in that way.
It's hard to figure out where to draw the line though, because there's things like
Yeah, should we sterilize the retardeds or should we just shoot them outright? It's hard to say.
I mean, like gene editing and stuff, though. You know, like you could make excuse. Obviously, anybody's gonna want to get rid of like blood sugar problems or
Yeah.
blood pressure,
Yeah.
but like then it gets down to like, well, I want my kid to be strong and tall. I don't want him to be at a disadvantage or whatever. But it's like,
Yeah.
is that crossing the line?
Yeah.
Is like you're giving then everybody's gonna have to give their kid the strong genes.
Well, and
you know,
why
and
would
then-
why, and the gender thing is the main thing that it's used for right now. Why would it be necessary for you to control the outcome of the gender of your child? Like, unless you're going to fuck them. Like, I don't see why it would be important to you what gender your child is.
Yeah, I don't really think it would be weird for me to pick my child's gender.
It would be weird.
I just feel like it just needs
What if
to
you? What
happen.
if? I would like to find out.
Just my personal
Some of
thing,
those
though.
people that do that and pick their child's gender, that's actually happening now. That's a thing that that is possible now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Like that happens.
Yeah, that's been possible for
But regardless
a
of
very
if
long
it is or
time.
not, but
Damn.
Since like
I
2008
wonder-
or something.
how the child feels. Like if there are any children that end up being transgender after that the parent
Well,
picked
no,
their
because you're
gender.
just picking the chromosome that the spermatozoa has. You're not really picking because really.
I'm not saying
people
that's
say,
the cause of just somebody being transgender. I'm saying I'd like to see if any of those people ended up being like, I know you wanted me to be a girl dad, but
Yeah, that
Fuck
would be
you,
the
dog.
ultimate irony.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Just
I'm
to find out how many parents got pissed off after they paid so much money to
Yeah.
fucking pick their child's gender.
Yeah,
yeah.
Buddy, I tell you what, I think about popping a balloon sometimes with powder in it. And when that's how you tell the world what your baby is.
Oh.
those things are really confusing to me. Like making a spectacle of
Yeah. And God,
Gender!
yeah.
it's so weird, man. Like sometimes you'll see those videos, and like you know, it's a boy, and it's like fucking. Well, here's the thing. One weird scenario is that they're super excited. Like, oh fuck yes! If it was the other gender, I was gonna be
Yeah.
so
I was
disappointed.
gonna hang myself actually. as well.
Yeah. But then sometimes you even get the like, oh, it's a girl and mom is upset because she wanted a little boy,
Yeah.
but dad is excited. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
It's like, no, what is wrong with you? What?
Why didn't you do this at home?
Yeah.
away from fucking the rest of your
Well, because
family.
you gotta put it on Facebook, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, how is anybody gonna know about the
I
baby
forgot
in
that
your
the
belly?
average person having babies now is in their
That's
50s.
the strange part about it to me is the advertising of it. I could understand doing it with, your family or whatever.
Yeah. I guess it's just
I
like...
guess. The parties is what I think is strange. It's not exactly the reveal to but having a straight up party.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
that's the part I don't find strange. I'm like, the weird ceremony that they do is weird, but like getting together and eating food makes sense to me.
Well, I was calling that the whole. I was considering that
Oh,
part
the
of
ceremony's
the
the
party.
party. Oh,
the
yeah,
spectacle,
no,
I think,
yeah,
is the weird
fuck,
part.
mm.
Because honestly, I would like to have my baby's gender revealed through slicing into a
Some weird-
cake or
yeah,
something
yeah.
instead of the doctor telling me.
Yeah.
That would be a more fun way
You
to
would
learn
have to
about
trust like your aunt or something to fucking keep the secret from you. You can go into
Yeah.
the doctor's office and fucking be like, hey, I know you're supposed to tell us the gender today, but could you tell this person who's not your patient my confidential information so
thought
that
they
they
just
can keep
printed
it
it.
from me?
I thought they just put it in an envelope and you gave it.
Oh,
To the
well, that
person.
makes more sense. That makes more. I thought you had to bring somebody in with you.
I don't think so.
it. No.
Uh,
I'm sure if
shit's
you
too
just
easy
told 'em.
nowadays. Shit's too easy nowadays. I don't fucking believe in that, not one bit.
I don't like easy, not one bit.
Nope,
When you start putting ink on paper and stuff, I just ain't with you no more.
nope, that's fucking got.
That's
I ain't
when
trying. I don't read stuff.
that's when the world went wrong. When we started putting pen to pad.
When we started writing stuff down,
Yes.
let me tell you.
Recorded history is
Well, but no, we thought, we was like, hey, I won't forget it. If I write it down now, it's all we can fucking remember.
that's right.
And
Now we have to write down every damn thing
That's right.
because we got used to it.
In cursive.
Yeah.
No, I ain't teach that in schools no more.
Not no more.
Yeah, it's fucking a shame. We ought to be learning cursive right now. Every
Dude,
one of us.
I can barely write in print now.
I don't understand why people get upset that kids aren't learning cursive
Yeah, I really
anymore.
don't care.
I get
At all.
upset.
Why?
Why?
I taught myself cursive. It wasn't mandatory when I went through school, and I taught myself cursive. And I do damn good cursive.
Well,
And I'm
very
like,
much-
these fucking children don't know what they're missing to be able to fucking have that connection with words.
I just don't see it being the most practical thing in the
Listen, in
world.
the good old days, it was
To
better.
write in cursive.
Yeah.
In the good old days, it was better.
You know what's fun? You know what fun cursive writing is? Is the pretend cursive writing you do with your signature. That's fun.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
getting down to the nitty gritty of knowing the actual cursive letters and how they're supposed to be made.
I mean, it does have to
You
be
don't
more.
even have to. You do the template to figure out how it's supposed to be done, but that's what cursive is. It's so unique. It's like your own alphabet.
It
I-
has to be more efficient, though, right?
Oh,
Like,
it's
it
way
has to
more
be
efficient.
because you're lifting the pencil
It
up.
it
like-
kind of
That's
hurts
true.
a little bit because you write so many words in a row because you're so fucking efficient at it that you're like, why would I stop until my hand cramps and everything is painful?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, then why don't we just switch over to it completely? You know what I mean? Like, what? Why?
Because print's easier to read.
There's more variation in it, I would imagine, too.
Yeah.
A lot more. Yeah. Like I said, it's like making your own
Because
alphabet.
I
essentially.
still don't do D's the way that I was
Oh.
taught to do
The first
D's.
letter
I
of
do
my
them
name is
differently.
is like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to come like on a G, you're supposed to come back under and strike it through. And I go like I come down and then do like a weird
There's-
circle, semicircle from the bottom.
There's no way I could visualize that based on your description. Not that you did a bad description, but
I make a boat with a little squirrely at the top for a G, pretty much. That's what it is.
A boat? Wait, is it got a sail?
That's the sail, the squirrely part.
No. That dog has been peeking up through here for so long that I didn't even notice that leg was up there.
yeah,
That his leg?
yeah, we got a bone dog here in the area hanging up. He's in the corner of some videos. You'll see him. He's a little dog bone boy.
Back before it was a sensitive topic, we called him Beethoven, but we don't do that no more, and it's not cool and don't bring it up.
I mean, you kind of brought it up though.
Yeah.
I was telling them.
Beethoven is R.I.P. Beethoven was a good boy. He was my boy. We used to say he was that skeleton dog. Now it's too touchy. So R.I.P. to Beethoven and R.I.P. to Skeleton Dog.
I'm glad we didn't bring it up.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody brought it
Yeah,
up.
that's
Yeah,
good.
well, I mean, that's what I tried to avoid. You know?
I think it's what you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I figured I felt like everybody was kind of like really tiptoeing around the skeleton dog after it got mentioned, and I was like, oh fuck.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, you actually, in the same breath of bringing up Skeleton Dog, brought up Beethoven, right?
No,
Is that true?
no,
No?
you talked about how long skeleton dog had been here, and you seemed really sad about it, and I wanted to bring up Beethoven to talk about him in a positive manner.
It wasn't.
And then we wound up all really way sadder than I thought we would be.
It wasn't really sadness that I was talking about Skeleton Dog with. It was more that I just didn't know what to say about Skeleton Dog, and that was the case. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's just miscommunication. You know, it's alright.
You don't have to say anything about Skeleton Dog.
Jesus, take
No,
the
but
wheel.
we're on a podcast, so
We
we're
don't even know
obligated to
if-
say something.
We don't even know if it's a dog, really. It could be anything.
It could be a little vampire.
It could be a chupacabras.
Yes. Yes.
Ain't got no spines.
It just hasn't grown it yet.
Me and Random,
baby
Well, no, that's
chupacabras.
fair. That's fair.
me and Random Hero used to go chupacabra hunting around these parts.
That's great.
Dang.
Did you ever find any?
Hell no.
I wanted a mountain expedition to find Bigfoot when I was in 4th grade. I had people sign like a paper that they would do it.
With you?
Yeah.
Go find Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Did anybody go?
No.
Did
I
you
didn't
go?
Find him. No.
Well, of course you didn't find him. You didn't go.
Well,
Shit.
you're right. You're right. I should go and find him.
Yeah, I think we all need to go and find him.
I think that's the perfect way to end this entire podcast series. Is just right now we all leave and find Big. You wonder.
We don't come back till we find
The
Bigfoot.
secret is
That's
we're
right.
already. That's why we're in this forest with all of these trees.
We're done. This is the
Is
last
that-
one.
Yeah,
and this
that's it.
gash came from Bigfoot.
Well, and we like Jamesy said, we don't leave until, or we don't come back
Yeah.
for another episode until
Never.
we find Bigfoot. So
He's gonna
just
be
know.
here. This
So
week.
just know though, when we post, click it because that means we will have found Bigfoot.
We found Bigfoot.
You better fucking click it.
So
So you're fucking dope.
click the next, keep up, subscribe if you want to, like the video if you want to, give it a review if you want to, interact in some way if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody.
The truth is out there.
Find Bigfoot, man.
Dude, let's fucking find Bigfoot.
Chicka chicka out, chicka chicka out, chicka chicka out.